want to talk about corruption. I want to talk about corporate greed. I talk a lot on this show about how inflation is caused by two forces, supply and demand. I've given my weighting of each of these components of inflation. What we don't talk a lot about, quite frankly, is corporate greed. I want to present an example of what I believe is true corporate greed. In the Inflation Reduction Act, there is an $8,000 tax credit for anyone who purchases electric vehicles. Some of those electric vehicles include Ford F-150s, Tesla, Rivian, the Volkswagen, IDF, very select few. Not every electric vehicle qualifies. So this was something interesting that happened yesterday. Ford announced that they were planning to bump up the price of its electric F-150 Lightning pickups by $6,000 to $8,500, citing a rise in material cost. In the same breath, Tesla increased prices on its electric vehicles up to $6,000 in June, although they didn't say why. I'm telling you, this just reads to me like it's these corporations saying, "Oh, there's a tax credit coming out. Well, let's keep that for ourselves." So I just call foul here. Reads like a shady, dirty deal. And I don't, quite frankly, like it. I don't think that there should be this tax credit to, like, mind you, I don't think the tax credit should be in the Inflation Reduction Act to begin with. I think it's stupid and superfluous. I think most electric vehicles at this point have become so cheap, and the class of people going to get them is a different class of people than the people who need certain rebates. And the fact that now the corporations have just gone and circumvented it and essentially put that in their own pockets pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah. When you have corruption and base layer money, the corruption runs deep. And I wouldn't even be surprised, Q, if they paid the politicians to put in this tax credit and then they knew it because they wrote the law for them and sent it to their staffers. And then they just bumped up the prices that they're like, look, you're going to get $6,000 back, but they're just pocketing the free tax dollars off the lower and middle class, basically.